Would you believe that people make a decision about you in 4 seconds? So that's whether they meet you in person or they look at your LinkedIn profile or your website or whatever that might be. And it's really hard sometimes to be able to grow your business. And one of the things that I find when I'm helping people is I look at, do people like them? Do they know them? And do they trust them? Now, I think there are really 3 things that you could do to have a look at how likable you are. Like, there are a whole bunch of things, but I think 3 is probably not a bad way to start. The first one is your ability to read people. So it was a guy called Paul Ekman who's written the book Emotions Revealed, and he called these micro expressions. So when you can read people in their faces, you can identify what's going on for them and how you need to respond. So when you're explaining something, is somebody, they're frowning? Are they looking a bit confused? Or are they surprised and excited about something that you've done or that they're talking about? So the more that you can read those micro expressions, the more that you're going to understand their world and be able to help them. The second one is being able to ask questions. So it will be curious. So the more curious you are, the more captivating you are. So when you meet someone, is just simply asking them, how are you going? How is this going? I heard you were doing this last week, or how did you get on with the dog at the vet last week? Just simply being interested means that you become more interesting. So it's not all about you. The third one is really about just lighten up. Sometimes the world is a little bit serious and we can get a bit serious. And I remember Jennifer Hawkins. Do you remember when she was walking along that catwalk and she had that beautiful Bora couture skirt on and she sashayed down the catwalk and then it fell off. Now, she ended up with just a G-string on and she ran off stage. And afterwards she was asked, that must have been terrible. How did you feel about that? And she said, oh geez, I wish I had better undies on. Now, we'd probably say the same thing if we looked like Jennifer Hawkins, I suppose, but she could have said so many other things and she didn't. She just had a laugh at herself and she said, geez, wish I had better undies on. So I think if you can do those 3 things, you're going to be able to be more likable. People are going to feel like you can help them. They're going to like wanting to work with you, and they're going to feel like you can help them and support them in the goals that they're trying to achieve. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Likeability actually is not even about you. It's about them and how you can make that person feel like that they're important and that they're heard. So if you can do those things, you're very welcome to jump on my LinkedIn profile or you'll see this link to the blog. I've written a blog with a few more other things that you could do. So I hope it's helpful and I'd love to hear how you go.